Alrighty. So I have been sick ever since the day that, well, technically the day after this game mode came out. So I've been playing it a lot more than is perhaps healthy, but what else am I gonna do? So far, my personal best round, or whatever the heck you want to call it, is 9. And I'm going to be trying to, no, stay. I'm going to be trying to achieve better than that. I keep forgetting to unlock the 5th tier of Ether Shroud. So basically, if you've watched my other streams, I why the heck did you open? Oh, that's peculiar. Oh, that's why. Okay. So I generally prefer Ring of Fire, but in this game mode there are many, like, Ring of Fire just isn't useful as often because there are very few points where you can stay in that ring and not get your ass handed to you. So I've went to using Ether Shroud, which, if I remember to actually use it when I need it, should help me get out of precarious situations a bit better. But the problem is that this game ramps up in difficulty so bleeding fast that after about round 6, it's kind of a crapshoot whether or not you'll actually be able to complete the objectives, and yeah. So yeah, I have a lot of opinions on this game mode that I'll be touching on as I play through it. I think this game mode would be amazingly fun with friends, but I'm looking at it solely from a solo perspective.
Welcome back, Strike Team.
Also, my glasses are disgusting. I wonder what percentage of my streams start with me cleaning my glasses. Okay.
Time to go to work.
This is Dr. Strauss. One of my Ethereum harvester teams is not responding to my radio.
Copy that. Strike Team, you have the harvester's last known coordinates now.
Okay, I'm gonna turn down the audio just a bit so you can actually hear me. So yeah, we're starting out with what I would consider to be the second hardest objective. Which is called Retrieve.
Frag the zombie.
Actually, where's the... I think it'll behoove me to... So, yeah. Every run starts out excruciatingly tedious. Which I'm not the biggest fan of. But at the same time, the later levels, once you're completely geared up, are like there's nothing really to do at that point. So I feel like they really have to find a way to strike some sort of a balance there. Ah, come on. I'm so bad at actually getting those. Since I'm actually playing with audio, I can actually use audio location a little bit. It sounds like it's right here. What the heck? Ah, it's here.
Yeah, I'll take this.
Okay. So basically, you may recall in my first look... Oh, this is the stupid burst fire SMG. Ugh. So yeah, you may recall me saying in my first look of this game mode that I said that that ranged weapons might actually have a place in this mode, unlike the normal mode. Well, I pretty much completely rescind that statement. In the first few levels, yeah, the ranged weapons are super viable. But once you get past, like, I mean, even I'd say round 3, probably, the ranged weapons start really showing, issues. Because they just cannot put out enough damage. Yes, technically they're all ranged. I more meant like the... Oh, and there's a glitch I've been running into constantly. The zombies will just phase through walls, doors, just honestly anything they feel like. And it's been a bit of a problem. Okay, where's that golden chest?
Targets vanquished.
I think my mouse stopped responding for a second there, which will be problematic if that persists. But yeah, even a lot of the wonder weapons start
Guest has been exterminated.
stop being viable at the higher rounds. Like the rake, which I really loved in Firebase Z.
Blaming this.
Points or whatever toward the trail. What? The trial. You can see the trial thing pulsate red whenever you do something that contributes to it. But yeah, the early rounds are, I feel, irritatingly grindy because you just have to kind of check everywhere for those crates. Which also make it difficult to play this game well while listening to other stuff. Because then you just have to literally check everywhere because you aren't going to hear the audio cues terribly well. Yeah, no, it doesn't say how many, but you can see underneath. So it says kill zombies with hip fire, and under that it says reward available rare. That'll increment after you get so many. Like it's pretty vague, but I mean honestly it's less vague than a lot of this than a lot of the stuff the series has done in the past. Because the zombies mode is, I don't want to say it's mindless, but it's kind of mindless. And so it's a good game to play while watching a show, watching YouTube videos. If I weren't sick, maybe listening to audiobooks or something. Like, that sort of thing. It's okay, it's if you're watching something where the visuals actually matter, yeah, it's not the best game to be doing that with, but there are plenty of like YouTube videos and the like that I watch where you really only need the audio. Or like the audio and an occasional glance at the screen. The trials. The trial rewards actually carry over to the next map, which I wasn't sure if they do, so that's helpful. Yep, that's fine. I will say I really dislike how the trials are implemented. Like, if you thought they were kind of tedious
I can do much damage with this.
in the normal zombies, the normal zombies map, they've changed so much, they aren't really normal anymore. I should probably go get a vehicle for this. But is the... screw it. It's the first round.
Looks like the undead got here before us. Strauss.
The first round challenge is almost just a gimme. None of them are that difficult on the first round. What's it called? Outlast or whatever? That is more difficult than all heck, which, I don't like it. So far, I want to say like 70% of my runs have ended due to Outlast.
Goodbye, Schwein.
Or whatever it's called. It is insanely, unreasonably difficult. Because it's essentially a knockdown totem type of situation, except even knockdown totem gave you more space to move around.
For the time being.
And like the game was actually set up for fighting zombies in tight corridors.
Search the area for those harvesters.
This game is not... Why do my
Make haste, strike team. As
devices
Ilium
keep
great
not
strength.
responding? That is going to be a huge problem. Ooh, there's a crate in here somewhere. I probably shouldn't be doing this. But it's the first... It's the first round, so... It's not like it's going to really affect things.
Harvester purge is required for canister release.
Undead neutralized.
I don't know why it was necessary for them to make you wait like that.
Experience movement and vision impairment. Side effects of Ethereum, unfortunately.
C4 armed.
Apparently that was close enough to damage me. Oh, and apparently the tier 5 upgrade for Nuggerjog is glitched right now. So if you upgrade to it, if you get hit by any splash damage, or at least any self-inflicted splash damage, you will lose all of your armor, and quite frankly, the tier 5 perk is pretty dumb anyway, so... It's not like you're really missing much by not upgrading it.
Coup de grace.
Because what it does is it if it lets you survive an extra hit if you have any armor remaining. But most of the time when I down, I already have no armor because it is really difficult to keep armor in this game. So, like, as so insanely situational. But it is amusing because we know from the beta, apparently, that the original effect was
Strike team has secured
to
all
protect
legendary
you from
canisters.
self-inflicted splash damage.
Initiate launch sequence.
So as a programmer, I pretty much know exactly how this bug happened.
Launching in
But of course, knowing Treyarch, it's probably going to be a week before they fix it. Oh, that fire actually damages me. Okay, good to know.
path trajectory holding steady. Package expected at 0300.
Finally, once I have the Ethereum, my work may continue.
To be clear, if I really need to be clear about it, I don't know, like, the exact code that is wrong, but I know exactly, like, I know fundamentally what happened to make that glitch. So yeah, getting salvage in this game mode is very slow going. Which is a little frustrating, but like in the late game, once you're past like round 6, there's nothing really to spend any of your points or like salvage on. Like at that point you're pretty much set. Where's the
Zombie eliminated.
biggest problem is getting the either the rake or the ray gun,
Find the one.
because you need to have one of those two weapons. Also, funny enough, apparently they know how underpowered the DIE is and how overpowered the ray gun is, because you can have the DIE and the ray gun equipped at the same time. You cannot have the rake and the ray gun equipped at the same time. I'm gonna die. Oh wait, I have syringes. You're really throwing these stupid things at me already.
Threat eliminated.
Random perk. So it finally gave me one of my desired first perks.
Tagged and bagged.
So yeah, my desired perks to start out with are Juggernog, Juggernog, Speed Cola, in that order, and then Stamina Up and Quick Revive. I'm not. I swear I heard. Is it in here? Oh, it is. I don't have a firm order for those two, but those are the most important ones. And then the rest, like, let's see what the rest are after I buy those two. For this game mode, I'd say stamina up is the most important. It is more important than quick revive. After that, I usually go, if I have to choose, I go elemental pop, tombstone, and then dead shot. But with the tier 5, with the tier 4 and 5 for dead shot, I might change that to like I might say rather to do that before tombstone. Because in solo, tombstone is very specifically situational. Can I re-roll the attachments? Okay, on a cursory look, that looks good. I don't care to have a sight on a shotgun, but whatever. Yeah, okay. Let's stop wasting time. This it drags on so long at the beginning, and then once you're completely set up, you know, you have a shotgun and either the ray gun or the rake, then you can just go through them like, I don't know, like 15 minutes a round or something like that. Like, you can go through the rounds pretty quickly until round 7, 8, 9. That's when it starts getting ludicrously difficult.
Sending coordinates to the uplink terminal. Get the dimensional disruptor operational.
Okay, so I wasn't paying attention. I think this is take out a... Oh, bleeding heck. It hasn't been doing this. It only started doing this once I started recording. So I realize it probably isn't obvious what I'm freaking out about. Basically, my mouse and keyboard just stop responding occasionally, which I guarantee you is like going to happen on the Outlast objective, and he's going to get me killed. So yeah, the difficulty of the objectives is definitely Outlast at the most difficult. Retrieve, trailing a bit behind there. And then the other two are pretty trivial. Let's see, what do I have available to me? Another one of those. I think I hear one of those loot crate things.
Frag the zombie. I am almost unstoppable.
There it is. The small ones make a distinctive glitchy sound. Oh, one of these. I think I'm gonna activate the reward thing and then do that. So that thing that you see in the attic there
Never expired.
is so far.
Dangerous. That's me.
I think I have more
Yet
control
another
of
weapon
this
for my
one.
kit.
Stay in the air with the parachute. Okay. Something that really bugs me about these objectives is how when you got a stupid one in the normal maps, you know, you just have to wait, what is it, 2 minutes? With this, however, because, you know, you might have to... since it's going to take you a while to set up some of these challenges, they instead give you 5 minutes, but then if you're stuck with a stupid one, well, you're pretty much just hosed because this game mode is already long enough without just sitting on your hands for 5 minutes. So I think they really, really need to implement being able to re-roll a challenge if you think it's stupid. Because, like, this one, it is so situational. Like, when you can, get airborne enough.
Artillery awaiting target coordinates.
Let's see. So yeah, you can get away with the first 3 rounds with a mid to long range weapon like this. But after that, you have to have a packed shotgun. Yeah, okay, there's another problem. The character marker, yeah, dark purple was not a great choice, and on top of that, it gets rendered below map markers. So now that I'm here by the reward station, I think there may be a total of 5 pixels that you can see of my marker. So, and the thing is that I don't think that's going to be fixed, because I found out apparently these are fire team maps, which has been a game mode in this game since it launched. So if it hasn't been fixed in that game mode, I don't think it's getting fixed in this one.
Undead neutralized.
Well, I heard something spawn. I have numerous issues with the map. I feel like none of, like, a lot of the icons look like they are stretched Like, they look like they aren't scaled properly. Like, they were designed for, like their 16 by 16 icon stretched to 32 by 32, or like, I don't know, I picked those numbers out of thin air, but like, it gives that feeling where it's being stretched with like bilinear filtering, and they look bad. They're difficult to spot. I feel like the map could be so much better, and with how long it takes to play this game mode to begin with, having to just stand in place going, okay, am I just having a hard time seeing, like, the golden crate, or did a golden crate not spawn this time? Like, there is definite improvements to be made. I will say the mimics, their gimmick was kinda dumb in Firebase Z, but in this game mode, like, I think they were intended for this game mode and then just sort of janked into Firebase Z. Because what they do in this game mode is they disguise as these crates, which is far more likely to fool you than, oh hey, I haven't killed any zombies in this area and there are a bunch of drops. I wonder if it's a mimic. I am not equipped to deal with a Panzer, dude. These Panzer guys are such bullet sponges. Come on, give me a shoot. Yeah, I've been having rotten luck getting wonder weapons my past few runs. Okay, meant to jump there, but what? Why didn't you mantle? Gosh dang it. I also have a really hard time hitting those crystals, but like, I think the hitboxes are on them is a bit weird. Or like the ghostly wisps coming off of them are messing with my perception of where they actually are. But no, it is so... Is there another? Oh, I thought there was another one over there. Oh well. Yeah, it is so inconvenient to get to the reward station, by the way. Oh, I've been forgetting to kill them while crouched. Shoot. Completely forgot. Oh well. Let's activate this,
Once
shall we?
activated, the disruptor finds Apex targets with high Ethereum concentrations and extracts them from the dark ether.
I also I hate the Tempests
Initiating firing sequence. When it comes through, kill it.
because they run away from you, and when the game mode is designed so that only your short-ranged weapons are useful, like they don't even have a weakness to long-ranged weapons or anything. They're just so annoying to deal with. Okay. Good, it's I really need to get this thing papped.
Got him on the run now. Get after it. Target reacquired northeast of your position.
This has to be the easiest,
Frank, this they're losing.
the easiest objective, by the way, because you have all the time in the world to kill this guy. And you can just freely move around the map at your leisure. Like, the zombies will keep coming at you. Don't get me wrong.
Get back to it. I want that threat eliminated. Target reacquired northwest of your position.
But when you have the full map to move around, it's not a huge deal.
Down, Major. Our work is done here. Nice execution, strike team. Grab the residual Ethereum. You've earned it.
Hostile corpse eliminated.
The vehicles are also humorously terrible to control. Like, they aren't as bad as in Halo, like as in like the original 2 Halo games. Like, they almost have, I guess if I were to try and describe it, I'd say they move like they have Halo gravity, but drive like they're a brick. I think that's the closest I can come to describe it. Because it is surprising how easy it is to get them to flip and all of that, while simultaneously being extremely slow and difficult to turn. Okay. These are probably the best ones and the best vehicles in the game, because for starters they're actually faster than running with stamina up. And they're a bit easier to steer, which is very amusing. Like, if you've ever actually driven a snowmobile. I'm not at all saying they're difficult to steer, it's just they aren't easier to steer than, like, a car. Okay, let's get this papped. I kind of wish it would give you a mystery box at these anomaly locations. Oh yes, something I did want to gripe about a little on stream here is that, so exfil gets you rewards, and as the difficulty of the map increases, your reward for completing the objectives also increases. However, your reward for exfilling does not. And that is so stupid, because it's basically going, well, unless you're 100% certain that you can't do the next objective, you might as well just go to the next objective, because otherwise you're just sort of throwing stuff away. You're throwing rewards away. Which it's just, it makes me wonder if this is another one of their bugs. Because this game, out of like any of Treyarch's games, has had the most questionable bugs, where it's like, how exactly did you screw that up? This is by far not the most broken game. Like, it actually ran at launch for, I think, most people, which is more than I can say for Black Ops 1. But at the same time, it's like, how are you messing up this bad with some of these bugs? It's like, I don't even know. Where, like, it almost feels like they're screwing up on purpose with how weird some of these bugs are. Oh, like the boss fight at the end of the Firebase Z Easter egg. Apparently, the reason it was so easy was because its health wasn't properly scaling to what round you were on. Which, that's a fine, that's an understandable bug. But not when it takes, like, a month to fix it. That's when it starts getting more questionable. When it takes you a month to fix such a simple mistake. And that's sort of what I'm seeing with this, where it's like they are constantly making these very small mistakes that are understandable in a vacuum, that are understandable by themselves. But all together, and how long it takes them to fix some of them, just makes me question what the heck is going on. Because it's like, yeah, you could blame, oh, well, they're being slower to fix things because of work at home and all of that. If this were just 6 months ago, sure, but I'm assuming that they're fairly used to this by now.
Zombie eliminated.
And like half of this game's development time was during that sort of condition. Those sorts of conditions. So I don't know how much water that excuse holds, is kind of what I'm saying.
Scheiße. There goes my deposit.
Oh, this is my shotgun. For some reason I thought I had my SMG equipped. Oh, another one of those mech zombies. I am so irritated. I can't remember what this guy is called anymore. Panzer Soldat, that's right. I mean, technically, I don't think the name they gave him in this... And that's another thing I want to address. What the heck is with the enemy renames in this game? Because... like, not only is this guy not called a Panzer Soldat for whatever reason, but on top of that, those electric guys that I really hate because of how annoying they are to fight, there was already an enemy in this game's backlog, if you will, that is pretty much the same thing, at least visually, as I recall, called the Avogadro or something like that. It's from the worst map ever made in this series, but apparently people like Black Ops 2 now. I didn't get that memo. I'm getting a little punchy right now, aren't I? And this isn't even alcoholic. This is lemonade. Because I'm weird like that, I drink lemonade in the winter. But no, I don't understand why you would like reuse an idea from earlier in the series and decide to just completely change the name. Because that generally, to me at least, kind of comes across as disrespecting the fans. Again, I don't really care about the Avogadro, and I think it has a really weird name and all of that, and like is from the worst map in the entire series. But at the same time, why not call it the Avogadro? It's just baffling to me. And like how the Panzer, the thing that is obviously the Panzer Soldat, does not appear to be referred to as the Panzer Soldat. Like, I realize that the way you damage him has been modified when he was introduced in Black Ops 3. You could only damage him by hitting him in the faceplate, whereas his he's been changed so you can damage him wherever, but I think you get bonus damage if you hit him in the faceplate, and plus you'll then stun him for a second when his faceplate breaks. Like, come on, just, he's the Panzer Soldat, call him the Panzer Soldat. Defend. Oh, this is the easy map to do that on. So, defend, that can be an extremely difficult challenge. Specifically on the snowy map. Because you have to do it in a somewhat enclosed space. I don't remember what it's like on the other map that I keep getting confused with it. Oh yeah, that one. That one is in a slightly more enclosed space than this, but you still have a good amount of area to run around in. So it's not a huge deal.
Your men are dead, Gray. The specimen's still intact. My team will perform the analysis.
Roger that, Weaver. Strike team, grab the specimen and place it in the analyzer. The process is automatic and will transmit any genetic data to our
But
lab.
in general, like on this map, it kind of is the easiest one. But in general, this is what I would call the second easiest. The second easiest objective. Because the problem is that this one, since it's a defend sort of thing where you have to prevent this from taking too much damage, you have to worry about keeping yourself alive and this thing alive.
That translates to more baddies on the way.
Whereas the with the eliminate a high value target, you only have to worry about keeping yourself alive long enough to whittle his health down, making that one easier.
C4 going out.
I do love how the zombies will explode towards you in this game.
More bad guys.
I haven't really experienced that sort of thing since like the first 2 Halo games.
Frag tagged and back.
I find it very amusing. It's not... I don't know what it is. I think it's something about how exactly they ragdoll towards you in this game that I just find super, super funny. I will say that the Avogadro was white while this thing is purple,
Zombie eliminated.
but I'm sure they're explaining it in universe and that like it's related to the Avogadro or something like that, but I don't know. I keep thinking that this is a ranged weapon because it has a sight on it. Insta-kill. Anyway, from the sounds of it, they removed the tier 5. They changed the tier 5 reward for Juggernog because they're planning
Dr. Gray,
on
Transfer successful. My lab will begin analysis immediately. Hopefully they might even learn something.
because they're planning on adding PhD Flopper to the game in the future, which will be welcome. I will also say that this game mode explains a lot about the design decisions of this game, because I have been rather heavily questioning a lot of the design decisions, like the menu you have to go through to access Pack-a-Punch and a lot of the other things, because it just doesn't work well in the classic zombies setup, but now I understand they designed it that way for this game mode, which makes a lot more sense. I would say that about the trials system, but the trial system is even worse in this. It's even more frustrating to use in this than it is in a normal zombies map, simply because of how far you have to travel to get to it. I think that could have been streamlined by either always spawning it close to where you spawn in, or alternatively, just get rid of the trials system and change it into more of like, I don't know, some sort of wild card system where either every time you spawn into the map, you get to choose between 3 challenges, 3 optional challenges you can go for, to earn rewards, or just bypass the challenges entirely and like have it be modifiers. Every time you spawn into the map, you have to choose between 3 modifiers. I realize that wouldn't have the same effect as the trial system. Maybe you could kind of do both. Have it be you choose a modifier, and depending upon the difficulty of the modifier, like I don't know, faster zombies, like whatever. That, like, you would get better rewards for making it through. And then, like, once you spawned this beacon area, you'd have, like, an extra tab on the beacon to access your reward or something like that. I don't know. I'm honestly just spitballing these ideas. Okay, let's work to the next area. But yeah, in general, like, and I said this, like, at the beginning of the stream, this would be a ton of fun with friends. But as it is in solo, I don't think there's enough stuff to do in every individual map to warrant how often you're having to load the next map.
The team is on their way. We'll get that rover to the breach point.
I mean, I'm still enjoying it, I just think it could be better. Okay, I still don't have the thing I need. Yeah, see? Mimic disguised itself as one of those crates, and I actually fell for it. Every now and then I hear this weird whispering, like that one ambient track from the original Quake. Let's see. Reward stations over here. Which is conveniently far, far away from anything else. Oh, I hate this one. Kill zombies that are unaware of any player's presence. Talk about situational. And also, if the enemy takes more than one hit, you can't get the credit. So you can literally only do this one on low levels if you have a high-powered weapon. A high-powered ranged weapon, specifically, since generally once you get close enough they'll notice you, but the AI is so broken in this mode that sometimes they can be facing you and they won't see you. And you can be like 6 feet away. It's very amusing. Where the heck am I going? That way. Nope, that way. I wish there were a way to place markers on the map. There might be. But I just want waypoints to the side objectives, basically. Because as it stands, it is incredibly difficult to navigate towards the side objectives. Because the map just doesn't gel with my brain, and the compass is beyond useless. Because there is a compass at the top of the screen, I just can't read it. And this isn't me being dumb. This is literally, the compass is really bad at communicating where you're facing.
Find the ones who did this. I want them all dead.
I find it interesting how vindictive he sounds when he says that. Like, that is amazingly unprofessional of him. Like, it kind of doesn't fit with the personality they've given him here. I don't remember what his personality was in the first Black Ops, to be completely honest. All I know is he's the guy who got his eye cut out. I honestly have no clue if he was even in any mission other than that one mission where he got his eye cut out. Just, he really was not an important character. I'm kind of wondering if this might not be a ghost effect. Like, Black Ops 2 had this character called Ghost. Not Black Ops 2. Modern Warfare 2 had this character called Ghost. And I swear the community only liked him because he got killed. Like, I don't remember anything about him. Other than, oh yeah, he's the one who gets killed. Maybe I'll change my mind once I get around to replaying that game, but I don't think so. Why are there so many zombies spawning right now? I'm not even in the middle of a... Well, I guess I technically am.
Goodbye, you overgrown pain in the ass.
You know what there needs to be an upgrade for? There needs to be an upgrade for, like, the syringe to also replenish your armor. Because as it stands, I have no armor now, and it's going to stay that way until I get any armor drops, which are kind of not terribly frequent. Like, it's not like they are infrequent, but... But yeah, I really think there needs to be more things to do. At least for the solo experience. Which probably means that it's not gonna happen. Oh yeah, kill zombies from far away. So you'd think... That seems far away, right? Oh, heck. I can't kill anything with this pea shooter. Yeah, that's kind of far away. Didn't get credit for it. They have to literally, like... They have to literally be about, like, that far. Like that lamppost over there. Which you seriously just can't do unless you have a sniper rifle. So that means that for pretty much the entire rest of this map, I just can't do trials. Because I can't re-roll the terrible trial it gave me. And honestly, this was a problem I had with the with the system in the normal maps too. So anyway, let's get this escort thing dealt with. Escort is really easy. Yeah, I'd say this is the second easiest one. That other one is the third easiest. Honestly, escort, escort, the like HPV or whatever it's called, the high value target one, and the defend ones are really easy, except for defend on that one map. This one, I don't think I have ever even come close to failing. Or no, not this one. Holy cats! Think you sent enough hellhounds at me? This one is excruciatingly annoying because you have to stay really close to it, or else it'll just stop in its tracks, which means, hey, I want to get this salvage, it stopped. That's excruciatingly frustrating. And then there's no way to get this to go any faster. It'll scan it, it'll go in, it'll go ploo, and we just have to kind of restart from there.
Rover has crossed the breach. Great. What's the status?
Rift has ejected the payload. Get back to the rover. Fascinating.
And it always seems to happen on this map.
We still need to find a stable breach. Continue escort.
I swear, this specific mission feels like
Picked off a few.
it has a high probability to not happen on anything other than this map.
Anomaly identified. Closer scan required.
Yeah, and then these stupid Tempest pieces of crap.
Undead threat clear.
Systems restored. Scanning area.
I seem to recall the Avogadro being an absolute piece of shit in transit as well. But, I mean, honestly, I could just say that about transit as a whole. It was a very fascinating idea with just terrible, terrible execution. Honestly, this entire mode feels kind of like Transit's idea being turned into an actually half decent experience.
Great. What's the status?
Rift has ejected the payload. Get back to the rover.
Continue with escort, strike team. We still need to locate a stable breach.
Hostile corps eliminated. Right down.
What's with all the hellhounds? want to wait until closer to over there. Okay, I got it anyway. I was going to say I wanted to wait until I was closer to there to get the double points to maximize my gains, but
Perfect.
whatever.
Initial scan suggests breach stability exceeds required parameters.
Scan shows a surge of hostiles emerging from breach.
Yeah, I feel like they should have increased how long the power-ups last.
Frank the zombie.
Rover has crossed the threshold. Gray, do you have a signal?
Confirmed. Rover has arrived in the dark ether and is transmitting.
So I have a good number of upgrades now, if only... if only... Or I have a good amount of points now, I should say. If only, I had the ray gun or the rake. So I think both the map and the objectives just go in a cycle, but that cycle is randomized. So it won't be in the same order every run through, but it will be in the same order for that entire run through, I think. And since the map, the number of maps is not equal to the... Oh my gosh, why does my mouse keep doing that? It's apparently just my mouse, which is beyond weird. But yeah, since the number of objectives is not equal to the number of maps, that means that the same objective won't keep happening on the same map in the same run-through. But it does mean that you could prepare. For instance, if I was paying enough attention, and I knew that, say, the next one would be defend, or not defend. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Epic tier.
Me.
Oh, hey, the Fafar. This is a cool weapon. And now sounds like it's made of plastic, but whatever.
5 targets vanquished.
So I'm guessing that the next one is going to be that Outlast or whatever it's called. Which means I should probably do those. And also, is that... Why are you here? Why are you here? And triple pap the shotgun. But yeah, I think this game mode would be better if it were easier to get around the map. I think that would be just
Field ops. We've identified a crystal power
the
node
biggest
in your vicinity.
We
the
need that
biggest
crystal destroyed.
small
Find it and
change
do
they
your
could...
job.
The heck am I saying? I think that's a change they could... Oh, for crap's sake. I think that's a simple change they could make that could greatly improve the solo experience, because maybe the current forms of navigation are perfectly fine in co-op. I have no way of knowing because I'm not going to play co-op. Because I don't have anyone to play co-op with. But for solo, getting around the map is really tedious. For crying out loud. I mean, at least it's an instant kill when you drive into a Tempest with a vehicle. But it also means that you just have to start trekking it on foot again, which, as previously mentioned, is slow and tedious.
Back marking targets for artillery. Expired.
Well, okay. It sometimes has a inexplicable delay, and gosh dang it, still no, still no wonder weapon, not even the D machine, the DIE. I don't know how to refer to that wonder weapon. Because it's obviously D-Machine, D-Machina. But that's also the name of the map. and saying the Die Maschine is redundant because D is the in German.
Undead threat clear.
That was pretty cool, honestly, how I slid under that projectile. With how hit detection usually is in this game, I wouldn't have expected that to work. Like, usually those projectiles have just a ludicrously large hitbox so that, like, you can't. I think that's all I need to say, you can't. I don't know, have I mentioned I'm sick and, like, language is really hard for me? I just felt like streaming, destroy doors or mantle through glass. Okay.
Not bad.
But no, I just felt like streaming some of my thoughts on this game mode, in addition to a high round attempt. Which, this certainly isn't one of my worst attempts. I don't know what causes the door to sometimes be destroyed by meleeing it and sometimes not. That might be a question I take to my grave. Knowing how weird some of the bugs in this game are, though, like, who knows what it is. I have not succeeded, by the way, in getting a wonder weapon from a trial in this game mode, which is very odd. Like, most of the time, it just gives me, like, a pack-a-punched, like, pistol. Like, not even a good weapon, a pack-a-punched pistol. It's not like in previous games where they actually rewarded you for carrying a pistol through to pack-a-punch. No, this is literally just a pistol with slightly higher damage. That's all. It's like we've gone back to World at War. Actually, in more ways than one. This entire game just feels a certain level of jank that just sort of gives me flashbacks to World at War. Like, it's kind of, well, it's not the wonder weapon I wanted, but I'll take it for now. So yeah, this, as far as I know, you cannot upgrade it like you can in Die Maschine. So it, like, even if you could upgrade it, it would still be the weakest wonder weapon you could get.
Growing quite tired of you.
But because of that, like, it's really the weakest one you can get. Anyway, let's go to the reward station and see if we can get either the rake or the ray gun. By the way, I hate how, like, look at this.
I've got this.
It's a papped epic tier. It doesn't even have attachments on it. Just, how is that a legendary reward? Like, riddle me that. How is that a legendary reward? Gosh dang. Get critical kills. I mean, it's better than the gold chests, which never give you papped weapons. For some reason. But yes, something annoying about this side objective, this dragon head one, is that since the dragon head is technically what kills the zombies, any of these, like, get critical kills, get melee kills, whatever, any of those kinds of trials will, any kills you get in this ring will not count towards it, which is really dumb. Yep, I knew that was a mimic. Like, half the time when it's, like, outside, it's a mimic. Also, you saw there a glitch I've been having where if you back up, like, 10 feet away from the mimic, it'll just disappear into its item again. And unlike what I originally thought, you can't damage it while it's hidden, which is highly weird. I feel like as terrible as it was, Arcane's Prey did a better job of this, where if you tell that the object is a mimic and you hit it, it's a one-hit kill. That seems like a far smarter way to go about it.
This realm will be your tomb.
Anyway, yeah, this holdout objective is ludicrously difficult for several reasons. First off, this specific incarnation of Treyarch Zombies mode is not designed for such closed-off spaces. In fact, they never were. This is even more closed up than Nacht der Untoten, which is kind of infamous for being the... No, actually, I think Verrucht is probably a little more claustrophobic, but even that had, like, wider walkways than this. But on top of that, you know what those games didn't have? They didn't have these special zombie types. You were only going against the normal human zombies. No mech zombies, no anything like that.
Undead neutralized. Picked off a few.
Oh yeah, they like to phase through these windows.
Hostile corpse eliminated.
Also, they weren't this dark, I'm gonna put that out there. You can barely see your face in front of your hand. Reverse what I just said there, but you get my point.
No more.
Like, I realized I was asking for more of the Dark Ether because Firebase Z gave us pitifully too little. But my gosh, don't give me a challenge like this. And not let me like actually see what the level is. Like, don't make the entire level just 2 shades of dark blue. Well, looks like I'm getting through here with, okay. Didn't even use, like, my kill streak or anything. Oh, also, unlike, say, Black Ops 3, or even Black Ops 4, like, the kill streaks and the special abilities are really underwhelming.
Until next time.
Golly gosh. A spy with my little eye. A loot chest. I wonder if they meant that to look like a shambling zombie from this, angle. But yeah, I think the ray gun is still more powerful than the rake. It's just, it also comes with the risk of accidentally killing yourself because of splash damage.
This is Dr. Strauss.
Which, now that I think
One
of it,
my Ethereum
doesn't
harvester teams is
really
not
make
responding to my
sense.
radios.
Copy that. Strike team, you should have the Harvester's last known coordinates now.
Oh, I forgot to I forgot to deploy my parachute. Oh gosh. I mean, at least I didn't down myself. Oh gosh.
Picking up enemy contacts near you. Hunt them down.
Oh, you dirty little trickster, you. I will take that essence. I do like how we finally have a word for the points. It's not just points, it's essence. I do appreciate them contextualizing it a bit. Oh boy. Holy cats! Are you sending enough hounds at me? Do you think that's enough? Also, I think how glitchy...
Threat eliminated.
I think just how glitchy the enemy AI is in this game mode, probably shows off how they were able to get zombies working on such a large map. Because I think they literally just turn off their AI if the game deems them to be far enough outside of where the... or at least turn off parts of their AI if they don't seem to be interacting with the player, which would explain like why you can be right next to them and they won't notice you, whereas in a normal zombies map, you know, they're always targeting the player. Like, they always know where the player is. So, I'm sure it's not optimized to the level of, like, say, the Serious Sam games when it comes to number of enemies you can have on the screen at one time, but for an id Tech based engine, they're doing alright. Because remember, this engine is like, it's kind of its own thing at this point, but like, it is derived from the id Tech engine.
Looks like the undead got here before us. Strauss, my team will finish the job.
Do be careful. Clearly my team failed in that regard.
I do find it interesting how double tap is no longer a thing. Like, that's the only original perk that is just no longer in here.
Tougher than most. Still you die.
What the heck? All of that for a teeny tiny little... Well, screw you. Gosh dang. Anyway, I think this was the first objective I ever failed.
Area for those harvesters. Disengage the Aetherium canister and bring it to the rocket.
Move quickly. Low quality Ethereum is worthless to me. And you.
Stepped right in front of me.
And I think it was on this map as well.
To release the canister.
Brain eater down.
They have the Aetherium, Strauss. Moving to the rocket.
Do not be alarmed by restrictions to your movement or vision. This is common when handling Ethereum crystals.
But yeah, the cars drive like they simultaneously have like super high and super low gravity. It's really bizarre.
Frank the zombie.
And for some reason, this is going ridiculously easy. This is level
All Aetherium
6.
samples have been collected. Ready for launch.
Control,
That was...
internal guidance, solid check.
What, there was only a single mangler?
Launching in 3,
I mean, don't look a gift horse in the mouth, but
Rocket path trajectory holding
something
steady.
wasn't right
Package
there.
expected at 0300. Finally, once I have the Ethereum, my work may continue.
Oh hey, you actually broke the door instead of phasing through it. Anyway, I'm rolling the mystery box in hope that it gives me one of the good,
New assault rifle advanced.
one of the good
Appropriating this LMG.
wonder weapons. Yeah, okay. 5 weapons and then you're gone.
Bye-bye.
Is that Nikolai? Bye-bye.
Once again, brains overflow.
So the mystery box will respawn on the same map. Looks like. But I can't be fussed to go out of my way to get to it. Okay. I think that's everything I can do here. Except I can potentially give myself a better kill streak. It'd be more useful if it didn't have to play a animation every time I pull it out. 'Cause that's frustrating. Also, the kill streaks, how they render in this game mode is a bit glitchy. If you get downed while you are trying to pull out a kill streak or you have a kill streak pulled out, then the icon will disappear when you revive yourself.
Weaver,
But
Requiem disrupted
you
satellite
can
position.
still access
Ready
it.
to tether Apex HVT.
Our team's en route to the
I'm not
Outbreak.
even gonna bother
We'll
with
bring the
that one.
dimensional disruptor online.
Where is the mystery box? Anyway, this is just the high value target one. I don't know why I'm lagging. Holy buckets, why am I taking so much gosh dang damage? Yeah, for these stupid guys, it is almost necessary to have the tier 4 upgrade to stamina up so you can shoot while sprinting. It doesn't really make them any less annoying to... Why am I lagging so bad? It doesn't really make them any less annoying to dispatch, but it makes them ever so slightly... The frick? Why did I down so quickly? You're the mimic again, aren't you? Okay, ay. I need to find the Winter Fizz machine. Mystery box over that way. Of course it's at the edge of the map. God dang. At this point, I should really have a wonder weapon that isn't the DIE. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sick. Half the family here is sick. I get it. I'm feeling less sick today than I have been. Which is why I was just able to muster up the energy to stream. But... Of course you're a mimic. I swear, only one of the times I've come up here and there was a chest there, it wasn't a mimic. But the other 8 times, it's been a mimic. There do seem to be places, like specific places, where it's more likely to be a mimic than something else, than an actual crate. But sometimes it is an actual crate. So... Oh. Why? Why do you have to spawn here? I'm just trying to roll the mystery box.
Fine. Pistol it is. Submachine gun.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I don't see any reward things I can do on the map. This is honestly a first. Like, the game has been stingy with wonder weapons in the past, but I have always gotten a the ray gun or the rake by this point. And of course, it's literally the other side of the map. Literally the other side of the map. Gosh dang. Okay, well, it's just an eliminate objective, so maybe it won't be so bad. I did see that thing on the minimap, though. Where is it going? It's going that way. That orb I was shooting was holy crap.
Strike team. Requiem's satellite will bring an Apex threat into our reality.
You're the killer on site, Strike Team. All Apex targets are priority 1.
I think just shooting it once will target it to... Yeah. You only have to shoot it once to get to go to the next place. It just won't give you any essence for shooting it once. Which is fine, because I did not want to trek all the way to the roof of that building. Not with how difficult the zombies are getting. I guess at least it got me full armor. Whatever, I'm going for the mystery box. I need something better than this stupid... Okay. Mouse decided to not respond again. I think I may have to, like, turn my render settings down for streaming. I have no clue why it would be screwing with my USB devices, but something is. And I suppose it's about as likely a candidate as any. Even though I'm rendering using NVENC. So like...
Sniper rifle fire. Just what I wanted.
My gosh.
This weapon.
Was it really necessary to lower the number of rerolls before the mystery box disappears? Was that really a necessary change? That was literally 2 rolls. Gosh, flippin' dang it. Now, where is it? Ah, well, it's closer to where the objective is. I really do want to at least match my personal best on stream. So I like have video evidence of it. Where is it? It's still over this way.
Taking this shotgun. Laying claim to this one. Taking this SMG. This will help me hold my ground.
Gosh dang it, why isn't it giving me a wonder weapon? I am honestly in awe. I am in awe of how much this game is just not giving me what I need. Oh man, this brings me back to trying to do the, what was it called? Revelation? Easter egg? The map where the Easter egg song was the gift.
Tag 'em and bag 'em, team.
It's got reinforcements.
Smoked a few with one shot.
Yeah. Did you saw how that did like no damage to like anything? Like sure, sometimes kills the zombies in one hit. Oh, mouse, that please stop. Okay. I think unlike previous games, I think the amount of damage the zombies inflict towards the player also goes up with the rounds, which is a remarkably terrible idea. If you ask me. Which of course you would, why wouldn't you? I'm so smart.
It's on the move. It's leaving an energy trail. Follow it.
It's leaving an energy trail. Yeah.
Target reacquired southwest of your position.
But no, I seriously won't be able to match my previous best unless it actually gives me one of the actual wonder weapons. Because the DIE is terrible. And I've honestly always kinda... It doesn't... Oh my gosh, the projectile doesn't even go that far. Did you see that? It just sort of fizzles out.
Not bad.
I mean, is it the worst wonder weapon that's ever been in the game? No, I think that probably goes to, the Sliquifier, or whatever the heck it was called on Die Rise. I mean, the map as a whole was better than Transit, but...
It's moving. Follow that energy trail. Target reacquired southeast
It's
of your
not
position.
saying much.
That machine deployed. Picked off a few.
Nuclear bastard split in two.
Good kill. Apex target down.
Another good kill, strike team. That'll send a message.
Still no wonder weapon. But yeah, the Sliquifier's main gimmick was that it caused zombies to slip. So to say that it's situational is a bit of an understatement. Admittedly, the map's main gimmick was that it had a lot of verticality. So there were opportunities to make zombies slip like off a ledge or something like that, but it's like that's really, that's not how you do things. So let's see, this was the high value target one, which means the next one will be defend on the hardest map, I think. The hardest map for defend, I should say. Of course you're a mimic, why wouldn't you be? Screw you. Because the next map I think will be Alpine, the snowy one, and I think the next objective in the order is defend. But we'll see. Yep.
Weaver, I've lost contact with the research team at a specimen analyzer station. We could do with strike team support.
My team will handle this, Gray. We'll report in when we reach the site.
Okay, let's see. There's a dragon head thing. It's probably my best chance. Where's the mystery box? The mystery box is also that direction. Okay. I think this is also the first time they've given the normal zombies a ranged attack. They're still throwing their guts out at... Their guts out, like... So yeah, now, if the player is... If they can't reach the player, or if they think they can't reach the player, they will do what I interpret the Quake zombies as doing, which is just pulling flesh out of their guts and throwing it at the player. That's a ton to do. Can I just get a second of breathing space? Like this objective is going to be impossible enough without me having to fight all of you guys. Oh my gosh, what's with these dividers here? So help me if I die before I even get to the objective. They're dropping supposedly legendary gear and no wonder weapon. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh.
Your men are dead, Gray. The specimen's still intact. My team will perform the analysis.
Take the specimen to the analyzer. Once placed, genetic data will begin transmitting via
Like, by
satellite.
this point, even those small boxes should have a small percentage chance to drop a ray gun. Like, what the heck is this run? I have to do the dragon. I have to. There's no flippin' way I can do this objective without a good wonder weapon. Let's deal with you before activating the Dargan.
Goodbye, you overgrown pain in the ass. Zombie eliminated.
Oh, of course you're a mimic. Why would this game give me a freaking break? Gosh dang it.
One less enemy enforcer. They're losing. Hostile corpse eliminated.
Still no wonder weapon. Oh my gosh, and if my mouse would stop, like, disconnecting whatever crap is going on. I already have the freaking DIE. I don't need another one. It's one of the crappiest excuses for a wonder weapon in any of these games. What the heck?
Undead neutralized.
Ugh. Their designation as wonder weapons does not necessarily imply that they are good, but rather that they are unconventional weapons that in universe are enhanced with typically 115. And their unconventionality oftentimes will lead to them not being terribly good. Because, like, there's a reason why most games use weapons that are some variant of object that flings tiny pieces of metal. It's because it's something that in real life we know works, and also in video games we know that it works. Once you start trying to get clever, you run the risk of, you know, finding something that doesn't work so well. And also a problem is that originally they made the wonder weapons a touch too powerful.
Undead neutralized.
Like the thunder gun. That was a really, really powerful weapon. And so it kind of messes with the balance of the game. And as I said before, the DIE is not the worst wonder weapon ever made in the game. But it's certainly not one that I would ever really desire.
Engaging the death machine.
Sentry turret ready to deploy.
Frag tagged and bagged.
think I might have heard something. Doesn't look like it. Starting to think I should just cop one of those snowmobiles. Was that a Tempest spawning? I hope not. I do like how the different zombies have special audio cues when they spawn in. Reminds me of the Left 4 Dead Special Infected that way. Only the audio cues are a little more emphasized in this game. In Left 4 Dead, they kept it. Yes, the ray gun! Finally! Gosh dang it. Okay. Let's see here. Now we can do this. If I can just navigate. Okay. Pack punch machines this way. In the building to the left of the objective. Okay. I think it's... No, it's on the ground level, that's right. Oh, look how much easier it is to cut through them now that I have a half-decent wonder weapon. Holy buckets of bolts. Okay, the run lives on. Wasn't sure about it at first, but like lost faith in the run for a while there, but the run does in fact live on. Now, I do want a death machine. Actually, would Chopper Gunner be better? Like, the problem is that this is an enclosed space, and I don't know if activating the Chopper Gunner will force the zombies to disperse. So I think the better bet would be the death machine.
Death machine available. Sentry turret available. Death machine available. Sentry turret available. Death machine ready. Sentry turret available. Death machine ready.
I'm trying to walk this over to where I need it.
Death machine available.
As far as I know, this is the only way to do it.
Death machine available.
Okay, we'll say that's good. And then, for some reason, I can't mantle well.
Oh dear.
carrying this.
Specimen's retained vocalization abilities. It's sending out some kind of
Bringing
signal.
sentry turret online.
The damn thing just called for reinforcements. Get ready for a fight.
If they destroy that machine, we'll lose our valuable intel.
Frank the zombie.
Starting with an insta-kill, that's pretty good, actually.
Skull shot.
Strike team, more headed your way.
Brain even down.
A great one of you. You are literally the worst.
Pulling up death machine.
Even the Panzer Soldat is easier to dispatch than those jolly green giants.
Specimen analysis nearing completion. Need you to hold out just a bit longer.
I'm sorry, is that a Ray-K on the... Yep, that's a rake on the floor. All that time without any wonder weapon.
Elite hostile.
And now that I finally have one, it's... Oh, you wanted a wonder weapon? Here they are. Gosh, dang it.
Monkey bomb out.
I swear they made the monkey bomb animation even slower than it used to be.
Content threat clear.
A little bit of a lull. Maybe I can get up here and make another... No, I'm gonna keep the chopper gunner.
Now I'm getting warmed up.
It just has to hold on for like a few more seconds. Holy...
Next generation multi-kill.
Analysis complete, Gray.
All genetic data
Whew.
collected. Our lab boys will appreciate it.
Well, it worked. Okay. Just have to get to the anomaly now. So let's see. The next one will be escort, I believe. Which should be fine. It'll be escort on the town map, I think. Oh, that's right, I need to rebuy all my perks. Oh, it took away my Juggernog. Dang, that's honestly rather impressive I didn't die. And then let's build another monkey bomb. Oh, that's right. It's this one. The forest one. So it'll be escort on the forest map.
Field ops, we've deployed a dark ether recon rover near your position.
Strike team, get to the rover and proceed with escort.
Make sure the rover crosses the dimensional threshold. Any intel it recovers will be key to our understanding how the dark ether affects organic matter.
And then the next one
You'll need to stay
will
with the rover
be...
as it searches for a stable breach.
Searching for dimensional breach. Multiple incoming threats.
The next map will be
Return to
Outlast on, I think, the most difficult map for the most difficult objective. So I will die. The question is, how close will I come to not dying? I do love how they made the ray gun, like,
anomaly located. Adjusting vector to match breach.
actually good in this game.
Rover's lost power. Tempting reboot.
Like, it actually...
Beginning approach. Scanning for stable dimensional.
It's actually a compelling proposition
Failed to meet dimensional.
to use the ray gun now, because the ray gun before, like, it generally wasn't really the strongest weapon you could get, and you also ran the risk of damaging yourself. But now, since this game has adopted far more open environments, even on the standard maps, it's a lot easier to not kill yourself using the ray gun.
EMP.
I hate you stinking tempests. What vile tempests. Over yonder window breaks. I forget. I forget what the heck he said. I don't even remember his name. The character, the main character from Mask of Eternity. A mediocre game if you just remove King's Quest from the title. An abomination if you keep it. If you keep King's Quest as part of the title. Thankfully, the cover art is actually designed in such a way that you can literally just crop out King's Quest. And it'll look just fine. I find that very amusing. It honestly almost makes me wonder if it weren't that Roberta Williams talked about it like it was an actual King's Quest game. It almost makes me wonder if it wasn't originally supposed to be a King's Quest game. Because honestly, that would make far more sense. Whence came this vile tempest? I remember quoting that for like weeks, if not months.
Catastrophic ether energy present. Updating route.
Oh my gosh.
Rover integrity down to 50%.
Yeah, I know. How did it go down another, like, 25%?
Uber zombie kill confirmed.
One last push. We can
Since
finish
she
this.
said that.
Get that chopper gunner on station.
Don't kill the rover by the time this animation ends.
Zombie eliminated.
Oh shoot, it just occurred to me that it won't continue moving while I'm in this. That's such a dumb limitation that it won't just keep going. I don't know why they programmed it like that.
Payload is through. Dr. Gray, what's the status?
Confirmed. Rover has arrived in the dark ether and is transmitting.
You've heard mixed things about Roberta Williams' involvement in the King's Quest series. I hate to break it to you, but she's literally the person who made the series. I'm pretty sure she had, like, the primary role in, like, the creative decisions of every single game in it. And was honestly the sole reason for Sierra being the successful video game company it was. Because under Ken Williams, Sierra wasn't even a video game company, it was making productivity software. She's the one who had the idea of making games.
Death machine available.
I remember that when Mask of Eternity was being developed internally, there was another company that, or not another company, but like another team that was trying to make another King's Quest 8 in a more classic style, but Roberta Williams
Consider it done.
didn't like that, and was going to, like, ask for her name to be removed from, like, any mention or whatever of her name being removed from, that game. Because the thing is that King's Quest was Roberta Williams' King's Quest. I don't know if it was ever specifically advertised like that, but like many of the games featured her portrait on the back. I'm pretty sure, like, the King's Quest games really just kind of got better and better for the most part. I mean, I know that King's Quest 7 was a little divisive among fans.
Plant the charges on the Dark Ether Crystal. We need that
But-
portal closed yesterday.
Even that game, like, I really think that she had a very large part in developing all of them.
This realm will be your tomb.
Monkey away.
And heck, if you look at the other series that is kind of her baby, so to speak, it becomes really obvious that because look at the difference between Laura Bow 1 and 2. 1 is an amazing game with a lot of heart put into it, and the other is a very questionable creation. Where they couldn't really seem to decide what they wanted to be making. And Roberta Williams' only involvement in the second Laura Bow was evidently to make sure that they kept the character of Laura Bow the same. Falling to Protagonist and
Special threat is total.
the thing that people cite as being the reason they don't like as being the reason they don't like King's Quest 7 is really the tone, which is quite frankly a really dumb reason. Because, yeah, it was a bit different in... Oh my gosh, another one of you guys. Gosh dang it. I like Laura Bow too, but the writing is awful. Like, the writing is remarkably awful. And the game can never decide whether it wants to be a comedy, a horror, like it can never decide whether or not it wants you to take it seriously or not. Also, in case you're wondering, I'm letting myself sort of bleed out. To whittle down the time as
Engaging the dead machine.
oh, please tell me I bought myself enough time. So yeah, this is the one grace of this specific objective, is that you can cheese it a little bit if you get downed, simply by the grace that you can... I did it! Yeah, you can cheese it simply by the grace that you have that you can choose
Power node destroyed, Carver.
when you
Ethereum infestation levels are receding across the region.
when you revive yourself. So you can just stay down for as long as possible. Oh, I am actually really, really happy I managed to make that cheese work. I managed to get to the anomaly without aggroing anyone, which is really good considering I don't have Juggernog anymore. Now, let's rebuy everything. And I think that's everything, so let's warp again. Because as I said previously in the stream, the exfil reward doesn't scale with the level. It doesn't seem to scale at all with the difficulty level. And so you're kind of better off just going through until you die or fail. Because if you don't die or fail, then I should have crafted myself an extra self-revive. Gosh dang it. Oh well. Oh, retrieve.
This is Dr. Strauss.
Well, this is kind of the easier map to do retrieve on.
Radios.
Team's already en route, Dr. Strauss.
By grace of the fact that, it has the better vehicles. Oof. I say as I get wedged between two trees. I think I saw two Tempests spawn, which I'm not a fan of. Did I almost insta-die there? What the heck hit me? I also should have re-upped my armor, but whatever.
I intended to do that.
Let's kill all these zombies. Okay. Chopper gunner will probably be better here. If I recall correctly, yeah, the armor repair stand is a teensy bit far away. And I'd probably aggro a bunch of dudes on the way there. So if whatever's up here isn't a mimic, maybe I can get armor here? Well, I got 1 tick of armor. Better than... better than doing this objective naked. I'll give it that much. 2 manglers.
Strauss, your men are down. My team will finish the work.
I only hope your team proves less fragile than my own.
Hey, full armor. Ask and ye shall receive. Yeah, I should probably clear the zombies out first. As much as I can. There goes nothing.
Search the area for those harvesters. Disengage the Aetherium canister and bring it to the rocket.
See, he says Aetherium, which I think sounds cooler.
Degradation begins the very moment of harvested detachment. Purge the unit in order to release the canister.
They have the Aetherium, Strauss. Moving to the rocket.
You are now experiencing restricted movement and impaired vision, yes? Aetherium crystals are not only heavy, their radiation is potent. It is completely safe.
Wunderbar, wunderbar. And my snowmobile isn't even dead yet, so... Oh great, one of you guys. Ah, dang it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
That's it. You're greenlit for launch, Strauss.
Requiem.
Yeah!
Copy that.
Dude!
Launching in 3, 2,
Dude.
1.
That's awesome. And I didn't even use my chopper gunner.
Good burnout. Rocket on course for delivery.
Fresh Ethereum. I can hardly wait for its arrival.
I love it how they're still experimenting with this stuff, even though they know what sort of hellscape it has unleashed. And we're the good guys in this story. So let's see, the next one will be escort, I think. No, we just did escort. What's the next one? Is the next one defend? I think the next one's defend. And this is the easy map to do defend on. So that doesn't necessarily mean I won't fail. It means what it means. You'll take damage if you get too close to the phase wall. You mean the purple stuff? Oh no, wait. This is. That's right. I forgot about this.
Sending coordinates to the uplink terminal. Get the dimensional disruptor operational.
How the heck did I mount that ladder? Okay. I know I'm not exactly in need of essence. I just sort of... I have a hard time not grabbing shiny things. Like, it's sort of a psychological thing in games where you see a shiny object, you kind of have to grab it. So far, this run is going so much better than I expected it to.
Connection established. Systems nominal. Locking target. Initiating firing sequence.
You're the killer on site, strike team. All Apex targets are priority 1.
Firing in 3, 2, 1.
I still think this would have been so cool if they had actually given you like a big boss creature.
Put him down for good, team.
It's got reinforcements.
Apex targets.
Maybe bring back some from previous games. You gonna deal with the spammer, Naomi?
Do not let it escape. Finish it off. Target reacquired, north of your position.
Yes, just sit there like an idiot. Ha! Let me wail on him for an entire third of his health.
It's running. Track it down. Target reacquired northwest of your position.
Of course that was a mimic. Where is he? Oh, great, Tempests.
Another good kill, strike team. That'll send a message.
Dang. And of course now I have to run to the entire... Well, not the entire opposite end this time. So the next one will be defend. And that'll be on the second easiest map for that objective, I think. Yeah. I do love how it's random but predictable. I do like that. I think dichotomy is the word, where it's like, yeah, you have to remember certain things different every time, but it's not going to be gosh, keep you. I really like it. That's all I had to say, really. Oh, and in defense of Requiem, I kind of think... Okay, if you're not gonna ban him, I will. How... Ban... Okay. Da-da-dee. Okay. Next map. I actually really wanted to be done like an hour ago, but whatever. I want a personal best that I can be proud of, and then I'll never try again. At least not on the stream. Not if my mouse is going to continually just stop working. Yep, it's defend.
Weaver, I'm having trouble reaching one of our data station research units.
Strike team, get to the specimen analyzer and investigate.
Parachuting to your objective is really effective. For aggroing as few enemies as possible. Death Machine would be better for this than what I currently have. But I really...
Dead Gray. The specimen's still intact. My team will perform the analysis.
Oh.
Don't forget to grab the specimen
Butts.
heads. Words I never thought I'd say out loud.
She seemed awfully chipper. Gray. All of those people that you sent died. Don't forget to do the thing! The writing in this game is really all over the place. I can't really tell if it's trying to be campy or if it's just badly written. Well, War Machine is not the best, but it will be better than the Chopper Gunner for this specific task. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this looks about as good as this is gonna get, because otherwise I have to go into the town, and that's gonna probably take most of my health, and whatever, it's getting late. I kind of want this stream to be over, if I'm being entirely honest. And it's not like I'm going to get any sort of world record. I'm sure there's already people who've gotten well beyond this.
A lot of them.
Well beyond anything I'm going to bother to achieve. Which is kind of how I feel when I think about competing in things like speedrunning and everything anyway. It's like, why should I even bother? I'm not going to be better than anyone else. Not unless I can, like, speedrun a relatively obscure title. No, not relatively obscure title. Obscure title. Or like a title that, like, no one else has even thought to speedrun.
There's more coming, is what I mean.
Oh, of course. All the Jolly Green Giants.
Using War Machine.
Good news? Upload nearly done. Bad news? More bad guys headed your way.
Well, the uplink terminal is
Monkey bomb in the wild.
still, well, there's a minute left. There's still more than enough time for things to go horribly. Is that a Panzer Soldat my eyes spy? Oh, it plays the quick revive jingle. Uh-oh.
Monkey away. Hostile corpse eliminated.
At this point, I think it's probably best that I just keep myself alive. Yeah, 17 seconds. Surely they can't kill it in that length of time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, we did it!
Specimen analysis complete. Got everything you need, Doctor?
Data collected.
Buckets.
Our lab will appreciate it.
Why don't I have a self-revive left? I used the quick revive ability to revive myself there. Or is the self-revive just not rendering? As previously discussed, this game has some very odd bugs.
Undead threat cleared.
Two monkey bombs, two of that, one of you. Next one will be escort, so chopper gunner. Don't think there's any way to buy ammo. Yeah. I mean, there is a way to buy ammo. I could go to the next house over, but whatever.
Weaver, my team has prepped the rover for dimensional transfer.
Strike team, get to the rover and proceed with escort.
Yeah, look at that. I'm almost down to 2 ticks of armor again. Gosh dang. No jump pads, sadly. I may have to get to the roof of that building. Or no, not the roof, just the balcony. And unfortunately, I've attracted the attention of some... What the heck? Why didn't it give me the option to parachute? Holy cats. I'm trying to remember that Father Grigori line. You've awakened hell, my brother. Or was it stirred up hell? Can't remember. Oh, the escort objective is by the armor repair. That's fortuitous. I don't suppose it's by a ammunition supply. Yep. Apparently it is. It is inside that small little shed. And I saw a Panzer Soldat. Yeah, even if this is only an escort mission, I think I don't know if I'm even going to get to start the mission. I'm just going to use the chopper gunner. Where's the armor place? Up there. Okay. How does a Panzer sold at? That is 2 Panzer Soldats. Is that zombie just lounging there? Okay. I'm going to pretend like this isn't going to end horribly for me.
That rover provides vital data on the dark ether and its impact on organic matter. Make sure it safely crosses the dimensional plane.
You'll need to stay with the rover as it searches for a stable breach.
Searching for dimensional breach. Multiple incoming threats.
I love how they programmed in the ability for it to sense incoming hostiles, but didn't bother to give it any sort of artillery. Grade A planning, fellas.
Running side.
Adjusting vector to match breach.
Jolly Green Giant again. Is that corpse connected to it?
Scanning structural stability of anomaly. Breach detected.
Oh wow. Those guys are damaging it a lot.
Dr. Gray, rover is through the threshold. Are you receiving?
That's a negative. Rich has rejected the package. Get back
Where is
after
it? Where'd it go? Further down. Okay.
Fascinating. The specimen has undergone initial transformation.
Stay on it, team. We need a viable breach point.
Great. A Panzer Soldat. And a Tempest. Exactly the 2 guys you don't want during something like this.
Rover's lost power. Reboot. Integrity now at 50%.
System failure.
Oh, I'm going to fail based on the health of the thing.
Moving with combat bow.
Please give me the napalm strike, thank you.
Strike awaiting orders.
I don't suppose it'll repair itself when it goes through the portal. Because that'd be really, really helpful. It's at like a 1/5 of its health.
Preparing for jump.
Great. Rover is through the threshold. Are you receiving?
Negative. Rover has been rejected. Get after it.
Continue escort team.
Max ammo, not exactly what I needed. I mean, I'll take it, but...
Closer scan required.
Okay, this should be it. This should be it. Because this is the third one I'll be going
should
through.
safely deliver our rover to the dark ether.
Scan shows a surge of hostiles emerging from breach.
I intended to do that.
Oh, the Tempest was like right there hiding in the dark ether portal. Dude,
Great. Do you have a signal?
I cannot believe
Confirmed. Rover
I
has
cannot
arrived in the
believe
dark
I made
ether.
that.
Transmitting.
I cannot believe I made that. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's truck off to that anomaly. Okay, now in case there was any doubt, there is no way in heck that I am even remotely going to make it through this next holdout objective. However, I don't like I want to see if I can. So I am going to try it. So for that,
Death machine ready.
death machine. Yeah, just on the off chance that I might manage to just clutch it. This is the easier map to do Outlast on, but at this level, it's going to be throwing the Titan zombies at me, and yeah, that's just not going to end well for me.
We need that crystal destroyed. Find it and do your job.
This is going like way... This run is going way better than I thought it would. Which is kind of annoying because I kind of want to stop streaming like an hour and a half ago. But you know, whatever. That's how this stuff goes. Just doing my Olympic sprint through the forest. Oh, that's like 3 manglers, I think. Yeah, I know what...
Place those charges. We need that portal closed and this infestation contained.
Okay. Now, funnily enough, like, remember how I said that this is the easy map? It's technically the most claustrophobic map. However, the enemies come from such a limited number of places that it actually makes it a lot easier than it would seem.
Zombie eliminated.
Because, like, as long as you stay, like, right here, you don't approach that door over there, generally they won't come from up there. So that's sort of your escape route if things start to go hairy. Alternatively, if you want to back yourself into a corner, with the advantage of knowing that there'll be nothing behind you, you can go into this alcove here.
This realm will be your tomb. My tomb, you say?
I could really use a random, oh, here we go with the BS. Yeah, am I back yet? Dang it! And this is why games as a service BS is so gosh danged stupid. I lost my internet for a second and it goes, oh, you can't play anymore, screw you and your personal best that you were on the cusp of going even further than you thought you could have. What the absolute freaking heck? Connection to the Blizzard game server has been lost. Well, don't run the bleeding single-player game on a server then. How about that? That is the worst way. That is the worst way that run could have ended. That is literally the worst way that run could have ended. So you know what? That run was going really well, so I'm calling my personal best 15 because I was robbed. Okay? I was freaking robbed. Ugh. I just want to strangle something. I don't cry when I'm angry. That is a very weird response, but is possibly better than my response of wanting to kill something. Because this is such a dumb thing that does not need to be this way. Ugh. Whatever. You know what? It is what it is. So thank you for joining me, even though it ended the worst way frickin' possible. And yeah. Have a good evening.